if someone said, hey, if you had to go back and do it all over again and you would get the same result, would you do it again? With that chick, absolutely. I would do it all over again. Even though I would know it's going to end the same way. It's going to hurt. You're going to just be absolutely fucking miserable because the good times outweighed the bad times. Mm-hmm. And it was the relationship that I had always fantasized about, except I was living it. That it's like, oh my God, I'm actually fucking living this.
Yeah.
So
one thing, have you ever had guys that are like, oh, I wish I knew this stuff before I got married, and or I wish I knew this stuff when I was 18. And I'm like, yeah, I do too. However, I wouldn't have listened. I wouldn't have read it.
Exactly.
You need that pain because that's the catalyst that brings you to this shit.
Well, yeah, no, there's a meme that I've seen floating around on the internet. It resurfaces about every year or so. And it says, what advice would you tell your younger self? Mm-hmm. If you could go back and sit down with young Rob, and Paul could go back and sit down with young Paul. And I sit there and, what advice would you give young Rob? My honest answer is I wouldn't tell that motherfucker anything. And why? Because he wouldn't listen anyway. He'd look at me and be like, shut the fuck up, dude. I got this. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
and then he'd walk away. Yeah, get away from me, old man. The most he might do is if he recognized that, oh, wow, that's me in 30 years, is he'd go, well, you're still around. Huh? I guess I'm doing all right then. But beyond that, he would literally just tell me to shut up and go away. He wouldn't listen. So I wouldn't bother telling younger me what to do. Like, hey man, you're going down this road and you can avoid a lot of pain and heartache, but it's that pain and heartache that allowed me to be, it helped me become who I am today. So you do have to experience the pain. And maybe that's part of the crisis in masculinity too. We're all pain avoidant to some degree. There's no doubt. And everyone has a different threshold. But I've seen it's kind of like the argument that, this guy clearly has never been punched in the face. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I see guys running their mouths all the time that I'm like, yeah, that guy's never been in a fight before. Where I've been in plenty of fights that it's like, yeah, you learn that when you run your mouth, especially in public, there's consequences for running your mouth. Someone might stand up and go, I'm your fucking Huckleberry, you asshole. Come here, and you might get your ass kicked.
What's up, brother? If you like this clip, go back and listen to the full episode. I guarantee you'll love it. Visit my channel. If you haven't done so already, subscribe now. If you prefer to listen to longer episodes in audio format, the podcast is available on all major podcast platforms.